Hi there, and welcome to Summer at Nova. We have a lot planned, and I'm happy that you're here. So, my name is Daniel Kirsch, and I am the instructor for this course. And you'll hear a lot more from me beginning on Monday. And right now, this date is Friday, May 16th, and the first day of class is Monday, May 19th. Um, but we try to get things going early for you so you can take a look around. Um, some notes about what you're going to see is just that the course is pretty much all there. All the content is there. But Monday is when I will have a chance to put in all of the due dates. So Monday morning and Monday afternoon, by then you can expect to see all of the dates for all the assignments put together. And that's when you'll have a better opportunity to ask me questions by the middle of the day, and we will go over kind of some of the content for the course. I've chosen um, the textbook for this course pretty carefully. There is of course a new movement that I know that it's not so new anymore, but you're probably familiar with open educational resource textbooks. So let me be very clear about the costs right up front. There is no cost to you for this course. So you don't even need to be opting into All Access, to Nova All Access. So if you feel like you have other courses where it would be nice to just include this flat fee for your textbooks, by all means, don't bother opting out. But if you are just taking this course or just this course and another course where you also have a cost-free textbook or course material, you might want to think about opting out of the Nova All Access fee, which you're eligible to do, which everyone is eligible to do. Um, but just know that in any courses that you take, you will be charged the full price of the textbook if you decide to opt out of All Access, where you just have a flat fee and you can just pick up your course materials from the bookstore at Nova Alexandria. Um, so as far as the open educational resource textbook that I chose this time, it is written by a community college professional that I respect, so that I think really knows what they're doing. So I am really grateful that we have access to this course material. Um, in addition to that textbook, there is some supplementary material, and let me tell you about how that's going to be introduced. But before I do, there's one other course material you should know. First of all, if you haven't signed into Canvas yet and you're reading this announcement over your email, by all means, make sure that you have your Canvas shell set up, your Canvas profile set up, and you're logged into Canvas. You really can't do anything at Nova these days without going into Canvas. Um, but in addition to that, I want you to be aware that we have a pretty substantial add-on to this course that is also cost-free to you because Nova has a contract with them. There's a tool called Packback, and that tool called Packback I'm going to tell you more about on Monday. But the long and short of it is right now, you should know that it's about 72% of your grade is to do this tool. So I'm mentioning it now because to get started, you will also need to create a Packback profile. And you will see Packback as a button on the left side of your Canvas screen. So you should go in and take a look around at that. There's also no due dates in that yet, but there will be soon. Packback is a tool that has two important components. One is it is a discussion board, and yes, we've all seen discussion boards before. But what makes this one different is that is two main things. One is that it is uh, designed to incentivize students to develop their own discussion questions. And you are given credit for developing your discussion question, not as just a question, not as just that's like the headline, but then about 150 words, roughly, is how much your explanation for your question should be. And I'll say more about that as we move on. And I would urge you to look up Packback, and packback.co is their URL. And they have a bunch of YouTube videos, a lot of YouTube videos about how their tool is supposed to work for students. Um, and so it's a really great tool. I've been using it for about 3 years now, and I really can't say enough nice things about it. And I get a lot of success from students in terms of their engagement. I just think that, you know, we're all living in a world where we need to be taking the opportunities we can to develop our own individual interests and connect with other people while we're doing that. And I hope that this kind of shows you some of the positive aspects of how much discussion boards can work when they're given the proper kind of configuration and question. So the main things you're going to be doing in this course is every week um, we'll be going through a few chapters, several chapters, and we're going to be going through roughly one module per week because the summer is pretty supercharged. So one module per week is going to encompass several chapters, and next week there'll be more. So the week after that there'll be more, all the way through July 2nd. June 30th, I guess, is the last day of class technically. Um, Also, let's see, and I might get some of those dates wrong, but it's the summer. It's starting all on Monday, and I'll make sure that we correct all of those. Uh, One thing I like to tell people is that there is a philosophy that you should know about me is that I really subscribe to this idea that there are no grading emergencies. I take my career seriously. I take teaching seriously. I take learning seriously. So I want you to know that I take you seriously. You have a lot of priorities besides this class, and I want you to know that I am very proud to be working at Northern Virginia Community College. See, um, and I can't say enough good things about the respect I have for students in the work that they do, on top of usually several other barriers to learning, frankly, that are often positive barriers in our lives. You know, you have to work, you have to put a roof over your head, you have to raise your children, you have to, um, and you have a lot of other commitments outside of school. But I'm here to tell you that, you know, the respect needs to become balanced with some accountability. And I have to work, and we all have to work in this class to make sure that we get through and we engage with, we really make meaning out of this learning material in this political science course that I know is not probably your major. And if it is, great. But if it's not, and you are just taking this course to be fulfilled with a requirement, which is, I think, a majority of people, then I'm here to tell you that it is a unique opportunity to engage with the world in a way that you'll never have to again, but also you'll maybe never get a chance to again. So I think it's a great opportunity to talk about the political world, the governmental world, how you relate to it, and what we can do to kind of help each other's understanding. So, so with all that said, like I said, there are no grading emergencies, so I take the weekends off. I do not look at my email or anything really related to work or school on Fridays and on Saturdays and Sundays, rather. You can, and you're welcome to, but that's my personal boundary, right? Um, and so you shouldn't expect that you'll hear from me on Saturday or Sunday. But of course, I'll answer you comprehensively on Monday. The other thing that you should know is that I tend to be pretty. I have an official policy that I'm not obligated to take late work, but I also should let you know that I typically do take late work, and I encourage people to, if they have not done the work and they want to get credit for it anyway, they should try to submit it. And that way, you will probably get at least partial credit, although I usually give full credit for that sort of thing. The only thing I can't do at the end of a semester is create time. The course ends on July 2nd is when I have to turn in grades. And again, if this is off, sorry, but the point is that there is a day I have to turn in grades, and I can't take in material after that. I can't take in late work after that. And if you want to take an incomplete, there's various things you have to do at the school. You have to have finished 60% of the work. You have to, there's basically, you kind of get into policies and figuring out what things are possible. Um, but I want you to know that nothing is also written in stone. That I can't create time, but also nothing is written in stone. So if you feel like a grade was unfair, or you think it was just, if not unfair, then inappropriately calculated, or I missed something, then I usually have no problem with a grade change. So listen, um, all of this is important work, and it's good to have a balance of the work you're doing in school and to take seriously the work you're doing. But I also don't want to create artificial pressure for you. So, you know, deadlines are in this class. I have to say deadlines are figure outable and also unchangeable. And the end of the semester is not really changeable, but your grade is if there is some error. Okay, so none of it has to be really loaded with a whole lot of extra anxiety, to be honest. Um, so let's start there. And if you would like to talk to me about anything, I will also on Monday be sharing my office hours calendar so that you can make an appointment for yourself and you can have we can have some one-on-one time for us to go over anything that's giving you trouble, or if there's anything that I find is maybe inconsistent in your work. And inconsistency can be anything from seeming like you're not grasping what the assignment was, or maybe it seems like it was probably done by an AI. So I'm pretty much pro AI, and I think it can be a really useful tool, but I also don't want it to do just your work for you. And some work is okay, but thinking work is not. The critical thinking work that you need to actually have shown that you are grasping and arguing these concepts in class and talking to me and talking to other people, not okay for you to be doing AI with. So if you want to change your language, change your grammar, change your or ask it questions to supplement the reading that you're doing in here, all of that is really fine. But I do not want to read something by that wasn't written by you. And if it takes you missing a deadline to get through the assignment, then just write me an email. It's not a big deal. I will probably grant you the extension. Um, anyway, so that's kind of my upfront teaching philosophy, and my plea to you to take you and yourself seriously and me seriously, and take your work seriously. But also understand that I'm a human and everything that comes with it. So uh, you know, all of the insults that when I'm reading something that seems like it's not written by somebody, but also some of the forgiveness quality of being able to extend deadlines when necessary. So I want to achieve that balance with you this semester and do this important work and talk to you and be inspired by you. And I want to hold you accountable where necessary, but I want you to hold me to account when necessary as well, if I'm not doing everything I can for you. Um, by the way, so the other major component of the course is going to be they're going to be weekly, very short essays. They're 500 to 700 words. Also in Packback, it does flag people for AI, but it uses an instructional AI coach. So it gives you kind of tips on your grammar and how you can fix it as you're writing it. And the best way is to really write it in the portal. like a Google Doc. Don't cut and paste it from even Microsoft Word or anything else. It's best to just write the essay in the portal and it will save it for you. That could be difficult if you have a spotty internet connection, but just let me know if that's the case, and I can certainly accept a cut and pasted thing. Um, and also, don't write stuff on your phone. Even your packback discussions, I would not write stuff on your phone. Please write it on, something where you have a keyboard or even a larger screen, however you're writing. But just, yeah, do not write packback stuff on your phone. Um, Also, there's a couple other things I'll go over, but there's also a couple of multiple choice quizzes, pre-assessment and a post-assessment in the course. But again, I'll go over more of this on Monday. I just wanted you to have an idea of what you're looking at in the course. So I look forward to talking with you more over video. There'll be a chance for you to submit videos too, not overwhelmingly so. I don't think we're going to do a whole lot of get to know you videos, but there will be a component of the course that, anyway, you might not be able to see the whole course, but I'll explain more of it as we go forward on Monday and Tuesday. Okay, well, have a good weekend, and I'm happy to have you in the class. And please email me at dkirsch@nvcc.edu if you have any questions, or write me a Canvas message. It also goes to my email. Okay, take care.